Hello and welcome back to Factorio, and we need resources because in the last episode we hooked up the copper station and we are doing the stone station now. We are now at the point of we have to upscale everything we are doing so we have enough resources to do all the stuff we want to do. Now for some reason we turned off the advanced information. I like having the advanced information on so I can actually see what everything is doing. I know there's a bunch of people who likes to have it off to be able to see stuff working, and while it has a charm for that, I don't want to guess what stuff is doing, so I like having the advanced information on all the time so I see, oh right, that's what's there, and don't have to toggle it on and off all the time, because that for me it's going to get annoying, and it might actually be very annoying to watch as well. So let's see, what do we need? We needed inserters and this as well. That should be all. I think that was all we needed to make that work. Yeah, that should be all of it. So let's run up to the station and hook it up. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the defenses, how much I'm going to go with the whole, like with all the ammunition and gun turrets. I'm not sure I'm going to keep on doing it all the time. I might actually switch it out at some point, but for now it is holding, so with a bit of help from extra turrets and laser turrets, I think we should be fine. Let's put the rest of the stuff down. We are going to have to flip this, so yeah, we have everything down at this point, so let's flip the inserters the correct way and let's empty this train out, and then we are going to have to hook it up and do stuff like that as well. So there we go. Now the station is going to empty the train. Now it is rapidly losing cargo content, which is the stone, because there's a lot of inserters moving items back and forth. So yeah, I'm going to toss the stone away into there, and I don't think we are having any like major trouble with the wall. I don't think we have any major problems along the wall, at least not yet. I'm going to quickly just skim through to see so we don't have any major damage built up somewhere. I don't think we have, or rather do. Going to have to check the outposts as well. Right, I didn't even put down the laser turrets over here. I haven't done that. Wow. Yeah, we might have to do that, especially if they're going to pop up fighter nests on the left of it, to the left of it. Yeah, it seems like we are fine over there. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, it seems fine. It seems like it's fine for now. Now, let's put down this. I'm maybe do this. I could do this, but should I? Nah, let's do this like this. Yeah. Now, we don't have a place for smelting the stone just yet, but I think for now just hooking up the station is going to be good enough. I am going to do this. I can't be bothered with... Whoops. Didn't place that correctly. I'm going to do this and then this to... like that. Now it's not going to... yeah, these two need to be from over here. Like this, basically. And we need two of them to go to these two bottom ones, and we need two of them to go to the top ones. It should be like this. I can't forget this. Let's do that immediately. And we are going to some way do this as well. Now these two should come out like this. Maybe I should just put these down first. Like that, like that. Oops. Like this. There we go. And yeah, we're going to have to squeeze this one in as we did with the other one. Like this. Now, you don't need to squeeze stuff in like I'm doing. I would recommend not doing it, to be honest. Because it might get really messy. So don't try to squeeze it in. There is always extra space to play with if you need it. So make sure you use all the space you need. Do not do anything way more messy than it needs to be. Now I like doing it a bit messy and compact because it is a bit of a challenge to do it, so that's why I'm doing it. Plus I'm lazy, so I don't want to have to create extra space just to not have to do it. There we go, that should be good enough. And it is all connected up at this point. I'm going to drop these ones off. But yeah, it is connected. It is unloading. It just doesn't have a destination at the yet, so yeah, they are attacking all the time, so we have to be careful for when they start getting even like when we get the strongest version, we have to be very careful because they have a ton of armor and resistances and HP. The behemoth one is super big and very dangerous, so we need to be a bit careful. Now, let's see. What do we need to do? We need to produce blue circuits. So for that, we need to bring this one. And we are going to need a lot of green circuits, so having it like this is like one per line is not too much. It might actually not be enough, to be honest. Going to remove at least that for now, and this just barely being able to fit it in. Oh my god, can you place it correctly for once? Brain, please. Thank you. There we go. Now, I'm not going to try to squeeze the red in to get just precise. I could probably do it like I could place a splitter down and like over here and like do a bunch of crazy stuff, but no, what I'm going to do is just put it a bit like higher up like this and just bring it out. It is messy enough to be called spaghetti anyway, so I think this is just fine. Now the red circuits needs to be upgraded at this point. It is not enough, to be honest. We are going to have to upgrade that. Let's do this and move the ghosts, and bam, it's down. Now we need power over here, so let's bring this one up like that. Now they have power. Let's remove these ones. Let's connect it up, and we are going to have the blue producing now. Or we would if we actually had any connection to the sulfuric acid production. Do we have like a liquid bus for that, or no, we don't. Because I'm going to need that. I'm going to need sulfuric acid up there. We don't need that much, so let's do this. And let's bring it up like this. I think this should be fine. Do it like this. Bring it out. I'm not sure how I'm going to need way more underground, so I'm going to have to go pick a few of those up. So yeah, let's bring the belt down here for the time being, like this. And I'm going to remove a bit of cliff because I might need that space, at least over there. I'm not going to do this unless I absolutely need it. And we need those kinds of pipes. And yeah, they are attacking all the time basically, so we are going to have alerts quite often at this point. Which you really shouldn't ignore. Just make sure you from time to time check to see what is going on, because if you start getting into the zone of, oh yeah, the biters are attacking all the time, and just ignore it, you might actually be in a bit of trouble, because the alerts don't say, unless you hover over what, or rather, those yellow ones doesn't say what's happening. Only the red one if something gets damaged. But if it's in this case, like, they can't damage anything, and you don't know how massive the wave is because you never check, then you might get into the habit of never checking to see how bad it is. Now, I should do this. No, I'm not going to extend those. Let's just take this up. Boom, boom. Yeah, they need to go quite far up this, so I'm going to do this to get them in sync. We are basically where we need to be, so let's go like this. Seems like a good place to do them. Good enough. I could do, yeah, let's do this. That should be, and then we can just from here do like this to be able to hook everything up like this. And probably need to do it like here, like this. Yeah, to actually hook that one up as well. And a bit of pipe like this. And then we need to actually like hook it up to, we actually get sulfuric acid in the pipe. Let's run down here and see this. It's this bend and one more. There we go. Now what I am going to do is actually put a limit on this pump here, so it's not going to pump if it's way too little sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid is greater than, say, 20k. It needs to be at least 20k in total for it to do anything, because if it drains the system completely, then yeah, that's bad. That was a fairly large, and here you can, like, the trees here actually help us divide them up so they don't come exactly the same at the same time, the whole group, which is actually helping us defend the wall. So killing all the trees around your outposts might not necessarily be a good thing, so keep in mind that you might actually want to keep some of them. And let's see, we need to hook up why is this here Nothing else is... Well, it is going to be hooked up to this right here. We don't actually need this, because I'm not going to keep this. This is going to be... And it is going to be blue circuits, or what is it? What is it called? It is processing units. I never remember that. I really can't remember that. Here we are going to have to do this because of how the belts are right here. We are going to have to move that up a bit. And we had just enough, just barely enough. And now we're going to get half from that belt. So yeah, we are going to get a bit trickling in at this point. Which means we should produce at least a bit, like a small amount of this. Now I'm going to pick up a few of the robotic robot frame, flying robot frames. Now 11. I need one too many. Let's drop one off. I want to have 20 robots, because that is quite handy later on. So let's do all the construction robots. And now we have actually produced. We are producing blue circuits, which is good. Now we need to produce way more red circuits at this point. And we probably want, if we do more red circuits, we probably will need to expand the green one as well. So what I am going to do is take the blueprint for, is it this here? Yeah, here it is. What I'm going to do is this, like hook it up, and we don't need this mess, just need to do this. And that should be fine, and we should be able to just turn on. Now I am going to, whoop, yeah. It tried to place stuff I didn't want them to place. I'm going to do like this area with the robots, and then I place the rest myself. I'm not sure we have enough stuff. Maybe we do, I'm not sure. We might have enough. There might be if we don't have enough, I think it would be belts that's not enough, but we'll see. They are not far off finishing this at this point. And I think we should probably make a bit of robots soon to help our production of stuff. Now I'm going to turn this off and we are going to place the rest ourselves, and there we go, hooked it up, and this one is hooked up, there we go. Yeah, these, they do not like the pollution we are spewing out at this point. Who would have thought they don't like a bit of pollution? Oops. And there the belt was completely gone. I'm going to just hook this up by myself like this, and like that. I don't have any undergrounds, that's bad. And we need to do like this and put these, whoops, not like that. Need more undergrounds. There we go. And one more. And we need to power this, so yeah, we now have a bit of increase, but it seems like we need to increase our copper production as well. Yeah, I think we need to make one more copper. And I think we should try to squeeze it in on the left here, actually. Yeah, we should try to squeeze it in on the left here, to be honest. Yeah. So let's do a bit of rearranging with the... I should do the landfill just to get a bit more space out this way. There we go. A bit more space. And let's... what I'm going to do is just move the belts for the coal, bricks and stone. Whoops, something is getting damaged. Yeah, once you see it flashing red, you need to quickly see how bad it is to make the judgment of, do I need to get out there or not? In this case, it's still not bad enough that we need to like abandon everything and go out there, thankfully. But it could have been. Now, the thing is, if they do damage once, they are going to do it twice. So we need to be a bit careful and attentive of what's happening over there. So we need to make sure we keep an eye on that area. How much? I still have some space. There we go. I am going to see if I can move this stone here from here as well. Move it to the right. And that would probably make it so we have enough space as well, so this one isn't empty. Let's move this just a tiny bit. That way we only need to do one underground. And yeah, I want to move this to be a bit neater and make a bit more space. We can actually maybe cram in one extra let's take a look. Do we actually have enough space to squeeze one in? Yes, we do. Just barely. Just enough space to do it. Okay. Okay. So we can actually do it. Yeah, that's good. Let's remove this. And let's see if we can put it in. Whoops. Right, I need to move the stone and all that. I think what we are going to do is let this... See if we can drain this now. I'm not sure we can. Yeah, we probably can't do that. I have to pick it up. Worst case scenario, I can just like do a bunch of stone bricks on the ground. How much do we have? 500. Let's increase the size a bit to help us along. There we go. Yeah, this is 500. It's not a lot. There we go. Just wanted to make the size of it go down a bit. It doesn't take up as much space. Now we should move this down here like this. And pick up this belt with all the stone. Let's see if we can drop off a bunch of it. Yep, basically all of it. That's good. How is it looking over here? That's empty, 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 empty. Okay. This one is empty, 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 empty. I'm just going to pick these empty ones up just to make it bit prettier, and then we are going to end the episode. These ones are empty. Now they do have a bit of stuff down here which we could hook up like this and just put belts out like this. And we have two here that's empty, and we have one up here that's empty. What I should do with this is actually to remove these short ones and take the longer one too. Yeah, we are using up a lot of copper at this point. That's why it's disappearing quite quickly. But yeah, I think with this I'm just going to very quickly put this down and see if we can. I think what I'm going to do is this, just rearrange it a bit. Whoops, and do this. Want to get rid of this. There we go. And okay, whatever. There we go. And plonk this one down like that. And a big electric pole is in the way, so let's move that now. Now it should work, right? Right? Please, nothing else in the way. Good. Now, this is going to be copper. What I'm going to do is just put this down so we actually have fuel running all the way. But with that, we are going to call this episode and continue in the next episode with building up the base and making sure we have resources of all different kinds. Because it's not looking great, to be honest. It's a bit pissy right now with how the green circuits are and the copper is like, it's not that great, which is why we are building what we are building and why we are doing it in the order we're doing it, because we have to make sure we have like raw resources coming in and then we can smelt it and then we can. Now I did a bit of because I was in the area, I did the red one and green one. Now doing it with, so you make sure you have enough ores and then you have the plates and then you make all the different stuff is the correct order to do it. But you can do it in any order you want to. But I'm not going to continue rambling. We are going to end this. We can continue and say thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.